Hello, welcome back. I Nirmala Rawat welcome you to my YouTube channel. I hope you are watching all my videos. Thank you. Please subscribe if not yet subscribed. In previous part we got to know that Mata Sita went willingly and not as Ravan's captive. Hereafter, what you are going to listen is not known. However, if given thought, it makes sense. Moving on to part 2, chapter 13. Ravan drew back at the fire coming out of her. Mata told Hanuman that she didn't know what came over her, but this fire had arisen and her whole body was burning with great heat. She could not calm herself down until she remembered the words she had spoken to Sri Ram the day before. You are the calm that stills my tears, that heals the pain I feel for the world. At the thought of Sri Ram coming back to the hut and not finding her, she collapsed in anguish. She told Hanuman that she had to fight to prevent herself from losing consciousness. She knew that she had to remain alert. Then she saw their dear friend Jatayu, a vulture, flying after them. He had heard her cry out Ram's name and saw her being dragged unto the Viman. He bravely tried to battle Ravan, who slashed his wing and left him mortally wounded. Jatayu fell to the ground. Mata cried out in pain as if her own arm had been severed. Then Vayu, the Deva of wind, swept over her and she heard his words. My dear, this is your first loss, but it will not be the last. Many sacrifices will be required to accomplish the task you have set for yourself. This brought back her resolve. It did not take long before they arrived at Lanka. Ravan wanted her to be seen as captive and tried to chain her wrist, but she fought him off. She said that had she not agreed to go along, no chains in the world could contain her. When they landed, she stepped down from the Viman, amazed at the crowd that had come to greet them. Soldiers, members of the household, and Shurpanakha, with a huge grin on her wounded face. As Mata entered the courtyard, Shurpanakha spat on her and said this was her revenge. As if walking in a daze, Mata passed through a large entranceway, the courtyard, and out in an enclosed garden. She had regained her composure and was thinking of finding a place of refuge. On the far side of the garden, she spotted a large Ashoka tree that seemed to call her. She seated herself beneath the tree and pressed her back against the bark as if to secure herself in the life of the tree. A group of fierce-looking female guards surrounded her. One of the guards brought her a basket of fruit and cup of water. And of all the guards, her eyes were the only ones that wore anything close to a kindly expression. You must be thirsty, Rajkumari Sita. Drink and have some fruit. Sita took a deep drink of water and went into meditation. Her mind began to feel foggy and she struggled to keep herself alert. She needed to reignite her connection to Sri Ram so he would know what had happened to her and where she was. Repeating his name over and over again, she tried but could not feel his presence or response. Whenever she had called out to him in the past, immediately there had been his reassuring presence, the calm to still her emotions. She struggled to retain her composure, to keep herself from thinking the worst, that something might have happened to him. When she heard him call out her name, perhaps he had died, and that was why she could no longer feel his presence. But no, she reasoned, even death could not separate them. Hours passed and Mata struggled to feel Sri Ram's presence. Night set in. and still she didn't move. The kindly woman guard again brought her food and drink, but Mata refused. She realized that the water she had drunk upon her arrival had been tainted and had clouded her mind. She would have to refrain from taking anything to drink or eat. That much she knew. During the night, her desperation grew and she called out to Parvati Ma. With Sri Ram now beyond her reach, the only one who could guide her was Parvati Ma. From the depths of her being, Mata called to her. Soma opened her eyes and spoke directly to the ascetics who were seated behind us. Mata had come to Lanka to enter Ravan's mind and to clear him of his anger, lust, and thirst for power. But she didn't realize the extent of his mental abilities. How he could create illusions that appeared all too real. She had to face these illusions. Now, as he attempted to capture her mind and weaken her resistance, he relished the challenge because he knew she was a woman of great abilities, and to conquer her would add to his achievements. But he didn't realize the extent of her capability. The battle of minds began. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram. Have a great day ahead. See you again. And do not forget to watch complete videos, like, comment and share. Jai Shri Ram.